Hello! Wildcard has revealed some information about Ark 2 that has caused some heated debates. So let's get into it and discuss if the changes are good or not, and how what Wildcard is doing will help Ark 2 to succeed. Wildcard has released a pre-order on Steam, where you can go over to it and view all the information they put about Ark 2 so far. This information has caused some debating. Let's go over what we know so far. The epic story makes it sound like we will have a story mode in the game. If done right, this could be a really cool feature. The question is, will this be implemented in a free survival way, where the story progresses when you explore to specific areas, or will it be a level-based story? Next up, they are adding mod support to all platforms, so consoles are no longer left out of being able to use mods. This is a really good decision. They are adding the ability to climb, parkour, slide, and swing. This could be fun, but hard to say until we see it implemented. Then, Ark 2 will be in third person only and have Souls-like combat. It'll also have component-based item crafting, allowing for a mix of different components to make the items more unique to the player. Then there's going to be dynamic world events, where different things will happen in the world that you can ignore or interact with. You'll also have opposing PvE forces, where there are NPCs in the world that are trying to fight you. They've added advanced template building and sharing, which is pretty cool. Our tribe submitted this idea for a tech item we wanted implemented for Genesis 2 when we were asked to help come up with the tech items. So it's nice to see this actually making it into Ark 2. Next up is sensory-based creatures, AI. They're animals that track and hunt by sound, sight, and smell. Not sure how smell will work, but sight and sound has been a part of AI for a while now in Unreal. So this shouldn't be too hard for them to implement, and is a basic Unreal AI mechanic. It also says that creature pathfinding will be much better. Now, in Ark 1 we've already seen some improvements to the AI pathfinding, which has made it better. It's not great, but it is definitely better than it was a few years ago. They are also implementing a character progression system and skill system that reads like we will be leveling 2 different systems in the game and getting skills and abilities based off those systems. What do you think about these new features? Let us know in the comments below. So, now that we have seen and gone over Wildcard's basic roadmap for what Ark 2 is it actually Ark 2? To be honest here, no, this game is not Ark 2. Ark 2 would be building upon what you already have established as an Ark game. A better name could be Ark, the Santiago Chapters, or whatever. I'm not great at naming games. Which, when I publish my games, will probably be an issue. But anyway. If you're curious about how Ark 2 will work, we have to look no further than Conan, Path of Exiles. This game has most of the new mechanics Ark 2 is going to implement. And you can buy most of these from the Unreal Engine marketplace. So, based on the roadmap that Wildcard has shared with us, Ark 2 is being laid out to be more about survival and co-op play than the tribe versus tribe wargame we have all come to know and love, and hate. But why is this, and will it still have the official server with tribe warfare? Well, Ark 2 is first and foremost a console game made and designed with console players in mind first, PC players as an afterthought. Complete 180, right? Well, as a game development company, they need to go to where the money is, and the money is in console, mobile, and PvE game content. We have seen this shift in Ark 1 already. Ever since Extinction, Wildcard has been catering the game more and more toward the PvE side of the game. It is a smart move on their part, as even the PvP players deal with mostly PvE content. Yes, wars can last a long time between tribes, and put you in constant fights daily for months on end, but you still need to farm, fight bosses, raise dinos, and so on. And then between the wars, it's nice to have new PvE content to explore. At its core though, Ark is about taming dinosaurs. Once dinos are tamed, combat turns into sit on a dino and bite. With the Bloodstalker, Netgun, and other items and dinos we have had new metas emerge that allow for some flexibility in combat, but ultimately, dino riding wins fights. So how does changing to a Soul-like combat system have a meaningful impact on an Ark game? Does it really matter if you can out-roll and backstab a player? If their dino can just walk up and chomp you? It seems like a waste of the developer's time, and adding more mechanics can cause more issues. So, will the new leveling, ability, and combat system have a way you can outmove and battle players that are on dinos from on foot? Well, that could be interesting and fun. I imagine something like that would make players rage if Giga was killed by a greatsword wielder on foot. Well, who knows? Could be funny. With Ark 2's switched focus to seem more PvE and combat oriented, there has been some complaints that it's not what players want, and the game will fail just like Atlas did, since they are changing it up again. And it's basically a new game, not Ark. Well, here's the thing, Atlas did fail, but it failed for several reasons. The big reason was the lack of advertising and lack of teasers and build up to launch. It was a surprise launch, right after Extinction had come out, and Extinction was supposed to be the end of Ark. And combined with some comments from their 24-hour live life event, they just were basically saying, hey, Ark players, we just killed your game with Extinction, and we want you to quit Ark and come play our new game. We betrayed your trust, but that's okay, come play Atlas. And then on top of that, Atlas was also lacking in PvE content and was full of bugs, along with a large assortment of other issues. So why will Ark 2 succeed, and why doesn't Wildcard need to cater to the PvP players anymore? Well, Ark 2 will have build up to it for one, using Vin Diesel, Gerard Butler, David Tennant, and so on as ways to draw players into the game. The animated series should also be dropping before Ark 2's release as well to get new fans involved in the story. Doing this will bring people in who are more interested in the story than killing each other. It is also a console-first game, which opens up to a large market of gamers willing to spend more money per game. Wildcard has and is currently rebuilding their trust in their player base as well and continuing to improve Ark 1. So Wildcard will most likely have the standard Ark servers for official players, as well as a co-op story to casual play with your friends. Ark 2 roadmap looks like it is geared toward bringing the players over that Wildcard likes, while catering to a whole new group of players. So if done right, Ark 2 will outsell and outperform Ark 1 by a landslide. Ark 2 is poised to be a big hit. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.